Is up, you guys? It's Brittany Christensen here, and I told you guys I would update you on my experience on the #1 substitution urine substitution kit. Okay, I got my results. Up, you guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Brittany Christensen here, and today I'm coming at you guys with a continuation video to my video on synthetic pee. This is a sensitive video, a sensitive topic, so I wanted to come at you guys on a really direct note and just let you guys know directly how I feel about weed and basically how I feel morally on weed and times that you should smoke weed, times that you should use synthetic pee, and emphasize on doing it behind closed doors. And so I have my husband here, Tommy Christensen, of all people, because his opinion matters the most to me. And so I have him here to just basically tell you guys why I'm posting this video. Well, not why I'm posting this video, just basically on those topics that I said to you guys earlier.
Basically, how I feel towards weed is positive, but there's pros and cons to everything, just like everything in life. So when it comes to weed, I feel it's something if you need to do, it's something medically. Anyone, and however you guys want to leave a comment on this, anyone who is using it for getting high is a no-no. It's strictly for medicinal purposes. People who need it, such as my wife here, she has a rheumatoid arthritis and has a really severe chronic disease that she has to deal with. So for her, it's okay. Now, when using it, this is not something that should be done to me in public. This is something that needs to be done behind closed doors, and that is not something that is to be blasted out there, oh, I'm getting high, I'm making videos. Because for older people, they know the difference, but for younger minds, they're going to see this, they're going to soak it up, they're going to think it's okay, and that these things are going to be the way of the world, and pretty soon we're going to have children, if you are into children, or if not, still, it's going to be very bad. Our kids are going to have a very difficult time listening to us and wanting to grow up and be on the straight path. Yeah. When it comes to using this, I feel with this, it's a positivity because of how hard our laws make it for people with such as my wife or anyone who has a disease or situation to be able to get a job, because federally the laws have changed, but in most businesses federal laws still do not apply. Marijuana is still illegal when it comes to drug testing and can fail for a drug test. So these can come in handy in that situation. Again, it all pertains to people who have medical issues. If you have, while using it, anxiety, depression, whatever, sleep apnea, back pain, it's a wide range of things. But you know exactly if you're using it to get high or not. Yes. I'm gonna put it just like that. And you have to be able to admit it. Sometimes there has been times in my past that I used to use weed to get high, and I had to admit that. I had to admit that. We're not sitting here acting holier than thou. I just needed to emphasize, because this is not the type of energy and attraction and attention I want. And I also wanted my husband here because this is a sensitive subject. And basically this is something that I used to hate. I grew up in a house where marijuana was used, and I hated it. The reason she wanted me here is because I keep things clear cut, and he says it better than I can say it at times. I just try to keep things raw, and I don't do it and I don't say that to be like, oh, I'm boastful, you know. Yeah. Because just like everybody else, and I've smoked weed in the past before, and I still do smoke from time to time, and that for your own medicinal reasons. For me, because you know, I've worked. There's times I've worked 2 jobs. I mean, literally 16 hours a day, 5 days a week. I mean, I'm serious. And again, not to be boastful, but I really do pursue anything. If I need to get something done, I do it for the fact of not for my own, but because I have a family to look after. I can't afford for anything. And for your anxieties. Anything to go wrong. So in those times, I get a very tired mindset. I'm mentally deprived. I'm physically deprived.
Sleep
For
deprived.
for anyone who's out there and knows what it's like to work in that time,
1 hour of sleep, not even an hour sometimes.
they know, on a general average, to keep it real, it would be around 3 to 4 hours. But on a 16-hour workday, 5 days a week, I'm talking about working my 9 to 5, going out, getting about an hour rest, going and driving for Lyft from 7 till 4 in the morning, coming out, doing it all over.
It's good sometimes to use to decompress,
So,
and that is a medicinal reason.
So I have for that, but then again, there are also times to use it as a drug. I know that there are times that I'm not going through it, and I will still use it, and I check myself. I don't want to sit here and tell you that I'm giving you guys and sit here give this lecture and say that, I don't feel where I'm cooked, because trust me, I grew up where it's all used, and I've been in a place where
Glamorized.
and I'm just telling people, for medicinal purposes, okay. Morally, in that place, is okay.
And 21 and up. We need to emphasize that this video is for viewers 21 and up.
And I want to talk about it also with this. This is another point that I want to talk about. Also, the way we use it is completely wrong, and we're working on that. We've been used to every single time that I've used it, I mainly smoked it. I've taken edibles, but weed is not meant to be. Weed is not meant to be smoked. I hate when I tell people about smoking weed and they're like, "Oh, this was meant to be put on earth for God put this." That's true. That's completely true. But He didn't mean it to be smoked. You weren't born with smoke in your lungs.
That's true.
You didn't get. This is not. It damages you. It's proven scientifically it kills you regardless. Whatever. It's still, anyone with common sense, anyone could tell you it kills you. It damages your lungs. So the point of it is to be used for topical purposes,
medicinal,
for digesting it,
eating it.
More,
different people use it differently for different reasons.
What I'm trying to tell you guys is, when it comes to this, it doesn't matter who uses it for what purpose or what it is. Smoking it completely is wrong. I don't care what anybody says. It's wrong. It's supposed to be used topically for edibles. It's supposed to be consumed. It's
not smoked. Your lungs are not made for smoke.
And it's more. I think it's more along the lines too. The THC does help. With some of your purposes, but it's more along the lines also the CBD purposes that are in it as well. That could go for you. That give you the feeling and healing effects on your body, but not the psychological effects. And what happens, like we all know, we've seen how high and how that is, and
how just weed was glamorized, and that's not what we want.
How it's all a fake, and like how they made it seem like you fly through there. We all know if you smoke,
that does not happen when you smoke.
Unless you
it's not. I mean, unless you got a chemical imbalance.
Yeah.
Some people do have chemical imbalances and should not smoke weed. Yeah. There are people that have never smoked weed before
or use weed
and are okay. But there are some people, I've witnessed a couple of people smoke weed. And it is not good for them. They trip out. They have a mental disability or something.
Even just use it, period.
Use it, period.
So to yourself, don't be out there glamorizing it. Don't be out there posting videos. Don't be out there talking about it, because some younger youth, someone's going to catch the wrong idea. Someone who does not have a complex brain is going to understand and think that it's okay, and these lead to other things. They are going to think that other drugs are okay. They didn't call it a gateway drug for any reason.
That's true.
People with strong common sense will know better, but people who don't have that could fall for it. You have to think about what you're doing and who it reflects on. Feeling on it, I feel fine. Again, positive, pros and cons, just like I explained. Don't do these things, do these things, then it's okay.
And if you're wondering why we're looking over here, we have notes. We actually wanted to be direct, so we have notes here so we can get to the point.
Synthetic P. I feel, again, same thing. If you're just using this because you want to be a high guy, that's your fault. Learn from your mistakes. Stop trying to
follow the law.
Like this, don't,
follow the laws of the land.
And I get it, it could come from a whole variety of, well, I'm trying to work to try to get better,
That's different.
But, medicinal purposes, they're using this for
just to work the system.
Just to get through it because they want to smoke.
Yeah, no, that's not okay. It's okay to use this if you're really got a situation like me. Or you're really just trying to get a good job to work for your family and you use it for medicinal reasons. And like we said, we are trying to get to a place where we're not ingesting it, inhaling it, and smoking it. But that is what works for us now. We will get there eventually. But we
So-
just wanted to just be direct with you guys, and this is not the only video you guys are going to be seeing my husband in, but I needed him here to let you guys know because this is a sensitive subject. But today we are talking about the urine substitution, #1, piss in your pants technology. Again, this is a disclaimer. We are talking to people 21 and up. Thank you guys so much. If you guys are interested in videos like these and more informative videos, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel, and also push that notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I passed. Now the thing is, this thing is really discreet. It is a belt. I've already showed you guys in the first video that how I applied it, how I wore it, everything. But now this is the results. It worked. It actually worked. I got my results today and I passed my test. Such a blessing. I'm super excited. So I just want you guys all to know the hype is real about this. This stuff works. It worked. I was tested clean. I got to use this urine and it all came out well. Victory dance. Victory dance. Thank you, Lord. Victory dance. Victory dance, thank you, Lord. So you guys, definitely check this out if you are ever in a position that I'm in. There are definitely ways to get around it. So I'm excited that I get to let you guys know that this stuff works. Alrighty guys, that's it for today. Stay tuned for more videos.